Scooter time today. So back at Into Moto in Warrington, and today my ride of choice is the MGB R8 50cc scooter that is for sale here for less than £2,000. I'll put details in the description from Into Moto direct to one of these, so if you're interested, have a look. And if you're interested in more bikes like this, more reviews like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's go riding. I'm gonna take it for a little ride. I'll find a car park. We'll go around the bike in the usual fashion. Okay, stay with me. The MGB R8. What do we think of it? 50cc scooter. As far as 50cc scooters go, it's got to be up there with one of the cheapest. It's less than £2,000, brand new. Not bad that, considering 50cc scooters run off pretty much fresh air, don't they? The MPGs are usually amazing with them, so you can get loads of miles done for very little money. Let's have a look round it. The cheap and cheerful scooter, so there's not loads to speak of as far as gadgets and stuff, but let's have a look round. It's a nice colour scheme, I like it. Bright red brake caliper at the front as well. Sporting its L plates already, so if you were to buy one of these from Into Moto, I believe they put all the L plates and everything on for you. Yeah, as far as scooters go, it's a nice looking thing, isn't it? The exhaust, I actually like the look of the exhaust on this, because some of them look a bit naff, to be honest, but this actually looks quite nice, and it sounds alright as well. Let's talk buttons. What we've got is your high-low beam, we've got your indicators, and we've got a horn. What I do like about this is, yes, you can put your indicator on, but it flicks straight back to centre, and to switch it off you just press in the button, which is good, because I've seen some 50cc's and the small electric bikes that the switch stays there till you push it back yourself, so it's quite good. It's got the cancellation on there, I like it. Over this side we've just got your engine start and your engine cut off, and that is all she wrote. This side, your left side, has the back brake, right side has your front brake. It's just like riding a push bike. And as far as the display goes, we've got your speedo, we've got miles per hour, we've got kilometers on the inside, and then we've got your total miles there. We've got engine warning lights, you've got your indicator lights left and right, and they're quite good. They're quite prominent as well, so when you do put your indicator on, they do flash quite nicely, so you'll know that you've got to switch them off, because they'll just keep blinking at you. A bag hook here at the front, but there's plenty of room to put a shopping bag there, so if you are just nipping to the shops, you'll definitely get a bag in between your feet there, because there's loads of room in the centre. Nice bit of storage under the seat as well, so that's nice and easy to do as well. No wizardry with it. You've just got the key at the side. Once you turn the key, that unlocks your seat. So we've got fuel goes in there, loads of storage there as well. You'll definitely get a helmet in there, because that looks monstrous. In fact, you probably get a decent sized shopping bag in there as well. So decent for storage. I wear a backpack generally, but that's going in there. Absolute no mither. I like that, nice bit of storage. Side stand and centre stand, which is good. This bike in particular, really easy to get onto the centre stand, so you don't need to be super strong or anything. You literally just stand on it and it'll do it for you. In fact, I'll show you. So nice and easy. You jump off the bike, all you're doing, holding on, handle, back, stand on this, straight on. Nice and easy. So just like normal, we'll go for a ride. I'll tell you how it performs, and yeah, you tell me, are you interested in something like this? This would be perfect for any 16-year-old or anyone who just needs a bike to get to and from work. To be fair, it's cheap as chips. It's nice and easy to use. There's not a lot to knock it for, really. It's a 50cc scooter, and it's going to get you there, albeit you're not going to win no races. But let's go for a ride anyway, and I'll show you more there. I've not been on a petrol 50cc for a while, so it's going to be interesting. As far as seat height goes, I'm on my tippy toes on this bike, so it is quite a tall seat, but it does slope down at the front, so if you do shuffle your bum forward a little bit, it does feel a little bit shorter. All 50cc bikes in the UK are obviously restricted to how fast they can go, and usually you're lucky if you can get to about 30 mile an hour. Now, as I can see here, I'm kind of sitting on about 28 mile an hour, but it's got there relatively quickly for a 50cc, and it's comfortable. So if you're 16-year-old and you want to go and have a whiz around on one of these, you'll have loads of fun. Do like the ease of scooters. So easy, just start them up, twist the throttle and away you go. I don't think you see enough of these in the UK, because you go to somewhere, you go to abroad, you go to France, or you go to any other country really abroad, you see these scooters everywhere. You see them everywhere. You go to a supermarket and you'll see 30, 40 of them lined up, whereas here it's just not the same. And I think with fuel prices, I think that may change. The mirrors are nice and big on this. You see everything behind you. This one's trying to creep me over 30 mile an hour. That would be embarrassing, getting caught speeding on one of these. I'm going to do a brake test while we're on the car park. So that's one thing. If you're looking at buying one of these, or you're looking at buying one of these for your son, daughter, missus, husband, whatever, you want to know they stop. So let's just, yeah. So the brakes on this are very similar to what you would get on a push bike. You've got your back brake on the left hand side, you've got your front brake on the right hand side, like you'd have with any other motorbike. If you're not overly confident, you can, while it's on the centre stand, just step through, get into the seating position and just push yourself forward, and that way you've got your feet either side to balance it. They are going to get you to 30 mile an hour, but don't expect them to take off like a rocket. They are just nice and smooth with the power delivery. You start picking your speed up, but it's nice and gradual. So if you are an inexperienced rider, these are really good for that, because if you do get a bit giddy with the throttle and you put the throttle on full, it's not going to take off on your back wheel. You're not going to start wheeling up the street, which I think for a learner point of view is really good, because you'll have all seen videos where someone's revving the nuts off a bike and they go from doing that to the bike taking off without them, or they end up wheeling down the street and then ultimately falling off. Well, you're just not going to get that with this bike. The power delivery is smooth, and I'll show you from here. If I put full revs on, you can see there we just start moving nice and slowly, and I've got the throttle on full, but you can see the speedo is going up, albeit smoothly. Nothing too frightening for a new rider. Perfect. It's comfortable. Once you're doing your 30 mile an hour, this bike is comfortable. It's got loads of maneuverability about it. You can throw it around because it feels really light and nimble. If I could see traffic for miles, then I'd be quite happy doing some sneaky filtering down the middle of everything. But for something like this, I know those cars are all going to take off faster than me. So just chill out. I'm not in a rush. I'll give some safety advice as well. if you've got a 50cc bike, in fact if you've got any bike at all, you don't want to be in a rush. It's the worst thing you can do, is go out in a rush, because you'll end up going too fast for your capabilities. Just leave 10 minutes earlier and just enjoy the ride, and you'll stay a lot safer. And that's my public service announcement done. So I'm going to take this back. I'm happy. It's a 50cc bike. It performs as you would expect a 50cc bike to perform. It takes a little time to get up to 30, but once it does, it will just keep that speed on, and yeah, you're going to keep up with traffic for 30-mile-an-hour roads. And it's got a nice comfortable seat, nice little seating position, and it's very easy to use. So if you're interested, as normal, link in the description for these guys here. And I'll catch you on the next one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Cheers guys. It's a bye from me, GILLYBIKES. Ta-ta.